Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo 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 Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om
Ajnanatimmirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chatsurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Natam Vitam Tam Sajevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Sya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Bhakta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prasakadeshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in the Bhagavad Gita, we see how Bhagavad Gita begins with Dhritarashtra putting a question to Sanjaya, his secretary. Dhritarashtra was blind materially and also spiritually. He was very deeply attached to his sons, of which he had 100 sons. And so the Bhagavad Gita begins by Dhritarashtra putting his inquiry that what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, being desirous to fight? So Dhritarashtra reveals his attachment. And that attachment, of course, it is natural that someone is attached to their sons. But in this situation, it was not good because Dhritarashtra had also some connection to the Pandavas. They were his relatives. And the Pandavas, they were without their father. Pandu had died. And so Dhritarashtra was meant to be taking care of the Pandavas. He was meant to be their stepfather. But when they came at Kurukshetra, Dhritarashtra was inquiring, my sons and the sons of Pandava. Distinction. He couldn't see the connection between the two. And he thought of the Pandavas as being against his interests. So this bodily conception of life, this is, of course, condemned in the Bhagavad Gita. But this bodily conception of life, this is part of human nature, we would call it. Human nature, conditioned souls, right? There are two kinds of souls. We have conditioned souls and liberated souls. Or we would say Nitya Bada and Nitya Mukta. Nitya meaning eternally. Eternally conditioned and eternally liberated souls. But don't worry, even though we're Nitya Bada, even though we're conditioned souls, we don't have to remain conditioned souls. We use the word Nitya Bada, eternally, in the sense that it's been a very long time that we've been in the material world. Since a very long time we've been in this material existence. And now Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita to try to deliver all of us from the conditioned state of life. Conditioned state of life means we identify with the body and everything in relation to the body. We're thinking, I am this body and this is mine. Or we would say, aham and mam iti. To satisfy my senses, the demands of the senses. Certainly, having a material body, to take care of the body and to maintain it. We need to eat, we need to sleep, certain demands of the body. So conditioned life is not very easy. It's not very pleasant. Being a conditioned, we suffer a lot. We interpreted in so many different editions of the Bhagavad Gita, and they all give different messages. And sometimes even politicians will take the Bhagavad Gita and use it to present their message. So Srila Prabhupada called his Bhagavad Gita as it is. He's presenting the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita in a very simple manner, in an authorized way, as it's presented by the Parampara, by the great Acharyas in the line of the cyclic succession. So Bhagavad Gita is very important literature for guiding people in this human life. In our Krishna consciousness movement, it's the #1 selling book. Of all the books we have, it's the Bhagavad Gita which is the most popular, the most widely distributed. And it's not hard to understand why. Because the Bhagavad Gita is presenting the basic principles of spiritual knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita begins, the first chapter begins, as I said, well, first verse, Dhritarashtra is speaking to Sanjay and he's asking about his sons. So then Sanjay begins to describe the situation on the battlefield. And he tells about Duryodhana, and how Duryodhana is speaking to his soldiers. And on the side of Duryodhana you have great generals like grandfather Bhishma and Drona, also the Acharya. So Duryodhana wants to encourage his soldiers. Just like before a big event, the coach will give a pep talk to everyone. He wants everyone to be really on their toes and really enthusiastic, and they should be confident also of victory. That's also important. So Duryodhana is speaking like that to his army. He wants them to be confident that they can be victorious, that they can go out there and fight. But there are omens, there are other things which indicate it's not going to be so easy for them. There are different omens which are indicating victory for the Pandavas. And one of these things is that Lord Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas. And Lord Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune. So that's a very significant factor in the favor of the Pandavas. There were other things, like the battle was taking place at Kurukshetra. And Kurukshetra is Dharma Kshetra. It's a holy place. You can go there. Have you all been to Kurukshetra? Yes, we should go there to see the holy place of Kurukshetra. It's on the map, right? You can go there, offer respects. You can see Grandfather Bhishma is there on his bed of arrows, and Lord Krishna is depicted there on his chariot. And there's a huge big lake there also, where you can take bath. So Kurukshetra has been a place of pilgrimage for many, many, many years, long before the Kurukshetra war. And many great yogis and sages went there and did tapasya and performed yagyas. So that's in the favor of the Pandavas, because the Pandavas are righteous. And then another sign in favor of the Pandavas is that on the flag of Arjuna there is Hanuman. And Hanuman, we know that Hanuman, he brought victory for Lord Ramachandra in the battle at Lanka. So now the battle at Kurukshetra is coming, and Arjuna has got Hanuman on his flag. Srila Prabhupada explains the significance of Hanuman on the flag. He said, we should always pray to the previous acharyas in anything which we do. Pray to the previous acharyas for our success. So just like Hanuman, he's the previous acharya in the battle at Lanka. He helped so much for Lord Ramachandra to get victory over Ravan. And so Arjuna has got Hanuman on his flag, and he's praying to the previous acharya. That just as Hanuman fought so nicely for Lord Ramachandra, Arjuna is praying, let me also fight to fulfill the will of Lord Sri Krishna. And so, like I said, there are different signs there which indicate that the Pandavas are going to be victorious in the battle of Kurukshetra. And then at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna will also, well, not Lord Krishna, but rather Sanjay, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay says, wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there will be four things. There will be victory, morality, extraordinary power, and opulence. And so in this way, Sanjay, he told Dhritarashtra the situation that his sons were not, they didn't really have much hope of victory. So this is the message from the Bhagavad Gita, that we need to take shelter of Lord Krishna. And how to take shelter of Lord Krishna in this Kali Yuga is taught to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's taught us all to chant the holy name. The chanting of the holy name is the Yuga Dharma. Just like in the Satya Yuga, the process was meditation. Today, in the Kali Yuga, we don't have a very long life. We have a short life. And it was predicted by Vyasadeva. In the Bhagavad Purana, he describes that in people in the Kali life, and we're not very well qualified also. We're somewhat lazy when it comes to so much trouble to do things. But we should understand in the Kali made very easy. Just have to stand in the Kali made very easy. Just have to chant a mantra. That is the main thing. You can chant other mantras also, but the Maha Mantra is the one which was recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he taught the chanting of Maha Mantra, the Hare Maha Mantra, the Hare Krishna Mantra. Other mantras are there, you can chant like Vishnu Sahasranam, and that's said to be equal to one name of Lord Ram. And so you can chant the name of Lord Ram, but the name of Lord Rama is, the three names of Lord Ram is equal to one name of Lord Krishna. So the name of Lord Krishna is very powerful. And when you chant the Maha Mantra, Krishna is named there, and Lord Rama's name is also there. So Rama can mean Lord Ramachandra. It may mean also Lord Balarama, Krishna's older brother. And it may also mean Radharaman also. It may also mean the name of Krishna. So it's up to every individual how you want to think of the Lord. Some people are Ram Bhaktas, some people are Vishnu Bhaktas, some people like to worship Lord Nrsingadev, Nursing Avatar, very popular within our ISKCON society. Some people like to worship Lord Varaha. We like to worship Lord Krishna. Or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also there. You can worship Gaur-Nitai. Here you can see some of the deities from our temples. There's Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, which is in the Juhu temple. And there's Radha Madhava and the 8 gopis, which are the deities in Mayapur. Right? And then on the far end we have, this is Radha Rasa Bihari, along with 2 gopis, Valita and Vishaka. So this is the deities also in Juhu, Bombay. Hare Krishna. So we have so many different deities. You can see over here on this wall is Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. Lord Jagannath, worship of Lord Jagannath as done in Jagannath Puri is also very popular in our different ISKCON centers. These deities of Jagannath, this photo is taken from our Baroda center. We have a nice temple there in Gujarat, Baroda, and they have a big Rath Yatra every year. Just like we also try to celebrate Rath Yatra here, right? And wherever we have the Jagannath deities. Of course, usually here in this place, the Rath Yatra is done inside. not outside, right? Food inside, right? But it's very blissful. Everyone enjoys. If you go to Singapore, they have Rath Yatra in a football stadium. They rent a football stadium and they bring the chariot and they go around the football ground. So, according to the place, not everywhere can we have it like in China's Puri with a big road to go down to the Gundicha temple. But the idea is to worship the Lord according to our means. Everyone can keep a small temple in your home, just like here. In Prabhu's home, he has a nice temple, altar here. You can have like this, you can have a smaller one, you can have a bigger one. Every individual has their own taste. And this way you can make your home like a temple. You don't have to always be going to temples. Your home can be the temple. Actually, we want to make the body the temple because Lord Krishna is in the heart of everyone. So Lord Krishna is in our heart. We have to make the heart nice and clean. And how to do that? By chanting the holy name. The chanting of the holy name is very important in this Kali Yuga. This is the only way in which we can really progress in our spiritual life. And to help us to chant the holy name, we need association with the devotees. Just like this evening, devotees came and someone brought madanga and harmonium and the kirtan became so melodious. So like that, you may only clap your hands according to your ability, different people. Some people have more facilities. They have the harmonium, madanga, kartals. Other people, you just have the devotion. That is the important thing. It's not so much the different instruments, but what's important is that we have the devotion, we have the mood to want to chant the holy name and to hear the holy name. So Kali Yuga done Hari Nam Sankirtan. The Kali Yuga, the process in this age is Sankirtan. And we're having Sankirtan in so many different homes here in this part of the world. The devotees told me during the month of Kartik, they will program how many different homes?
Last year 8,000.
Last year 8,000. Oh, so last year 8,000 different homes. There was kirtan and there was offering of lamps. So it's very wonderful. And of course, different parts of the world it's also going on. When I'm usually based over in Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong during this month of Kartik, we go out every day in the street of Hong Kong there in Kowloon, and we have a little altar. We bring pictures of Damodar, and we have little candles. We get people to offer their candle to Lord Damodar. And we get many people right there on the streets. They come and they offer their candle to Lord Damodar. And they're happy to do it. So this is the custom. During this month, you get a lot of blessings by doing these simple activities. The blessing you get is you get rid of our sinful reactions. The different things which we've done in the past, maybe past lives also, we get rid of these sinful reactions. And it's done very simply, just by offering a little candle, by making a little effort to devote ourselves to the worship of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is the controller of the material nature. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Maya Dyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacham. this material nature is moving under my direction. So material nature is under Lord Krishna's control. And if we surrender to Lord Krishna, then Lord Krishna will free us from our entanglement in the material energy. We can be relieved of all the different karmas which are keeping us in this material world and which are bringing us so many troubles and difficulties. This is the power of Lord Sri Krishna. He is so powerful. So we want to take shelter of Krishna. We can do it very easily by chanting the holy name. So we're very glad so many of you could come here this evening to chant with us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Does anyone have any question?
Maharaj.
Yes?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, which is the which Prabhupada gave to you, which you meditated?
Which instruction did Prabhupada give? Prabhupada said, you have already wasted so many lives in the material world trying to enjoy sense gratification. So he said, just give this one life to Krishna. Okay?
Thank you.
So I'm trying to give this life to Krishna. Hare Krishna, thank you. So we will have some more Damodar Puja now, right?
Anybody has any other questions? Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, just a question. When Prabhupada left this planet, you might have got the news, and after that, what is the force that kept you engaged till now, and is it your past life karma? Can you?
Well, when after Prabhupada left, then certainly we were all devastated. It was a great loss to lose our great commander, our spiritual leader. So with the departure of Srila Prabhupada, we gradually realized how much more we need to take shelter of Prabhupada's teachings, and we would study more, more in reading Prabhupada's books very carefully, studying them, and trying to develop a better grasp. So we saw that Prabhupada was actually with us through his books. Prabhupada, my spiritual master, he lives forever by his divine instruction. So the instructions of Srila Prabhupada were there that we should study his books very carefully. So we studied Prabhupada.
When we chant or we do Sankirtan, as you just now mentioned that chanting the holy names will get rid of our past karma, sinful activities, reactions of sinful activities, or we have to focus more on for the love of God. So what should be prioritized when we are chanting or doing Sankirtan?
Well, yes, should we be thinking to get rid of our past sins? Well, that's the mode of goodness, right? And we want to get rid of but if we're doing it for the pleasure of, then that is transcendental. So on the higher plane, we want to chant for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. We want to focus on trying to please Krishna by chanting his holy name and by associating with Krishna through his holy name. So it's a connection to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is his name. He comes in the form of the holy name. Kali Kali Namarupe Krishna Avatar. The Lord comes, He descends from the spiritual world in the form of His name. One devotee was giving a lecture one time when Srila Prabhupada was present. Prabhupada had asked one devotee to speak. So the devotee said that Krishna is in his name. But Prabhupada corrected him and said, Krishna is his name. Not just that Krishna is in his name, but Krishna is his name. Lord Krishna is his holy name. So the holy name of Lord Krishna is Chintamani, right? Nam Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. The holy name is the Chintamani. Chintamani means fulfills all of our desires. So you take shelter of Lord Krishna and you have that connection with the holy name, and you can fulfill all of your desires, material and spiritual, through the holy name. Of course, we want to have that pure desire. The desire simply, we want to serve Krishna. We should think, I'm trying to be the servant. Lord Krishna is the master, and we are all his servants. We're trying to serve. And chanting the holy name is also service. And it's very pleasing to Lord Krishna when you chant the holy name. Lord Krishna said, Naham tishtani vaikunte yoginam hridaye shubha tatra tishtani narada yatra kayanti madbhakta. Krishna is saying, I am not in the Vaikuntha, and I am not in the hearts of the yogis meditating on me, but I am wherever my devotees, like Narada, are chanting my holy name. So the Lord is attracted by the chanting the holy name. We want to do it, we want to please Krishna. So pure chanting, chanting for Krishna's pleasure. Hare Krishna. All right, yes, Prabhu?
Thank you so much for a wonderful class. What you mentioned just now, that Lord says Naham Tishrami Vaikunthe, but he is actually in Vaikuntha, and Yoginam Hrideshwara, he is actually residing in devotee's heart also. So, what is the meaning of this particular shloka? Because he is in Vaikuntha, he is in the hearts of the yogis also. And of course, he is present where yogi bhaktas are doing his Nam Sankirtan. So how do we understand, and what is the message of this? Is it?
Well, the message that I understand from it is that the importance of chanting the holy name. Not that we should be thinking, I want to go to Vaikuntha, or that I'm meditating, but Krishna wants us to chant the holy name. Lord Krishna is telling us, he said, I am wherever my devotees are chanting. So it's bringing out the significance, the importance of the holy name, the chanting of the holy name. Not just meditating silently, or not just thinking about going to Vaikuntha, but actually chanting the holy name, and we can be with Lord Krishna through the holy name. So that's how I understand it. Lord Krishna wants to emphasize to us that this is the process. At this age, you have to chant the holy name. So we have to develop that taste, right? And you get the taste, then do more chanting. The more you chant, the more you will get taste. You want to chant.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to do Damodar Puja now. Nanda Kishore.
He's just coming from washroom. You can get ready.
We're going to do it over there.
No, he's
No, but here only.
Can I request His Grace Brajanandan Prabhu 2 minutes, because a lot of people will get inspired by how someone from China came into Krishna consciousness.
Should I give him the mic?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Maharaj. So today speak about Bhagavad Gita, so I share a little bit about my realization from Bhagavad Gita. So coming to memorizing verses, for Chinese we're very bad, especially me myself, because we find it difficult with the Sanskrit words. So there's one particular verse that struck my mind that I cannot forget from the beginning when I read Bhagavad Gita. And that is 1866. I think you all know what is it. Yes, Samadhavapayaya, Samaja. I can't even remember, I don't know the first two. So I'm very bad with memory, but when the Prabhupada mentioned there, abandon all variety of religion, just surrender unto me, I deliver you from all sinful reaction, do not fear. So that particular statement has put me into Krishna consciousness very deeply. That wow, I have a Lord who will protect me and who will look after me if I just surrender to Him. So of course, in the beginning, for Chinese to surrender is very, very difficult. We can surrender to ourselves, we can surrender to sense gratification, we can surrender to money, we can surrender to so many material things, but to Krishna, who is He? Who is Krishna? So it takes some time, but that particular verse always kept me in my mind, and I say, so in life, you start to see, how great God is, how great Krishna is. So I just share one story with you, how great Krishna is when I came to Krishna consciousness, and obviously, as a Chinese, we have a lot of material desires, more than you guys. I'm telling you. Right? So obviously, I want